Hello and a good day.
Hello, I'm Jason.
You're Jason, and you come from, how do you prefer to call it, Bombay or Mumbai?
Well, I would prefer to call it Bombay, but it's called Mumbai. And yeah, I'm from India, Mumbai, India. Yeah.
And we talked yesterday because you are, you have a tattoo and piercing studio, but
Yes.
you're a piercer, but you do it for such a long time. And when I was in Mumbai, I didn't see your shop. So where can I find your shop?
It's in the suburbs. The smaller part of the city is called Malad. And that's where we are. It's like about 35 kilometers from the center of Mumbai.
Oh, so it's a big city. If you have never been there, it is.
It
How
is
many inhabitants approximately?
Maybe 500,000, maybe or more.
When a person from Europe comes to India, then of course you see a lot of socio-economically weak people, and piercings and tattoos are, at least in rich countries, considered to be something that that costs a lot of money, that is very high quality. How is your experience with that in a country that has like poor people, rich people, and everything in between?
So historically, India has the piercing history for years and years. We've got documented evidence of piercings done on people, even from the 3rd and the 4th century, actually. And gold is something that is extremely common in India. Every person will own some part of gold. It would be some kind of jewelry that.
I don't see any gold on you.
I'm more of a silver person. Yeah. So from a jewelry and piercing perspective, it's been there for years. But of course, from a cost perspective, it's very different in comparison to Europe. And even the cost of jewelry, the styles of jewelry, the designs that are completely unique in comparison to what we get back in India. And in fact, a lot of Indian customers are, the internet is easy access to so much information at this point in time. So they look at different designs and they are slowly wanting those kind of designs. And there is a niche clientele that we have who's also ready to pay that kind of money to get that kind of jewelry. So that is picking up slowly for us, and it's amazing. For piercers, yeah.
Did I understand you right that you said you have less designs in India? Because I would have thought you have like all the craftsmiths people there, and you have much more designs compared to Europe.
No, so the thing is that we have loads and loads of designs. They are extremely traditional, and the variety that we see that I've seen in Europe here, even at the trade show at BMX, is way different than what we get traditionally in India. It's not that we do not have designs. We've got loads and loads of designs, but now that has become common. So people want to explore and see what people all across the world are wearing and the different options that come through, and that's what we are exploring at this point in time.
What would be an unusual design for traditional Indian customs on you? So I see you have a pink sticker in your nose, then you have the spiked septum,
Yes.
and you have earrings. Is there anything uncommon or is that traditional?
No, this is nothing traditional. It's extremely rare that you will see a man in India wearing a septum piercing or even a nostril piercing. But even that is picking up slowly. A lot of men are doing nostril septum piercings. I've got cluster lobe piercings on both the sides. I've had a few cartilage piercings in the past as well. So from ear piercings perspective, I know probably 2 generations before me also, women wearing 15-20 pieces of jewelry that is all gold, various Indian designs, cultural designs that we have. So that has been there. Somewhere it got lost, and now it's picking up again.
Is it related to subcultures? Because when especially piercing started to develop in Europe, it was related to subcultures. So, for example, I don't know, BDSM subculture, gay subcultures, all types of cultures. Is that related in India, or do you not see any?
So we do have a huge LGBTQ plus community. And thankfully, at this point in time, it's no more a crime, and it's all fine. But piercings have slowly probably grown with a subculture. But back in India, we've had the piercing culture forever. So it's just that people stopped exploring multiple piercings for a while, but that's picking up exponentially at this point in time.
So how did you decide to start piercing and even get a shop?
I love giving pain, and then you get paid for it. Why not? It's all good.
But did you have to like get money from your parents or something like that, or did you just work in a different job before and you had some money? So how did that
So yes, I mean I worked with the corporate field, and I used to be a banker. Yes. And
which type of banker?
so I was heading the business banking training division for Lloyds TSB in the UK, and of course, I mean that gave me a kind of a push to invest into the business. And when we started off, it was a tattoo shop first, and then I got into piercings. I'm primarily a self-trained artist, but over the years I've started coming to Germany very often and trust in Mannheim. Marcus has been my teacher for a long time, and it's been great, learning under him. And so this time when he said that you got to make it for the BMX, I'm here, and I'm literally the first ever Indian to attend the BMX in Germany in Essen. And so far it's just 2 days down, but it's been a fabulous experience, and I'm looking for the other 2 days to get over, and a lot of learning that I'm getting over here, and it's just amazing people that I'm meeting, and that's super.
What was unexpected at this conference? Because you said you were in Germany and you were working with Trust, which is a very famous and established company in Germany concerning body jewelry, piercing, and so on and so on. But was there something that was unexpected for you, maybe even culturally, apart from not getting any food, but because the line is too long? But I mean, like, we had a lot of panels, a lot of round tables. Was there something that you would have not thought is connected to body modification, piercing, tattoos that you learned?
One huge thing that I experienced over here is that the energy over here amongst everybody is completely different. Every person that I've spoken to over here, is so forthcoming to share information, to share knowledge, to tell me, do you want any help back in India? Is there anything that we could do? And it's so forthcoming, and it's all, I think it's all the love for the piercing world, or maybe in general, piercers are awesome. So I mean, this is the first piercing only conference that I've attended. I've attended a lot of tattoo conferences in the past across the globe, but I think this one thing is really, really awesome, and I'm loving it.
We are hoping that you are giving a speech one day. So what could be something that you could contribute from the perspective, from the Indian perspective, maybe something cultural or social or technical even?
So I've been also creating a small presentation discussing the history of piercings in India. So India is a huge country, and so we've had different documents around piercings from the north to the south, to the east to the west, and there's so much that has happened across in India over the decades that sometimes we ourselves tend to forget that we've had this in our culture for like hundreds of years, and but it's been there, and that's something that I'm keen to share across within the piercing community, and that's something that I'll be doing probably next year.
Did you observe any changes in style? Because over here in Europe this year we see a lot of the little chain over the nose, and in the 90s people always had like a piercing here and so on. So what would be super fashionable in Mumbai right now?
So the chain adornments definitely is slowly picking up. I've been making my own chains in India, and I mean, this is the first time that I've seen shops at the trade show that have ready-made chains with different sizes, different lengths that you can just pick up and directly add it to the existing piercings or new piercings. But I've been, for about a year or more actually, I've been creating chain work for the double nostrils, for multiple piercings here. So that's picking up slowly, and it's amazing to see new designs here, and that's something that I can take back home and also recreate actually, and that's
You do the chain yourselves?
Yes.
So you're a goldsmith or silversmith?
I can only say that I'm good with my hands.
Yes.
and metal. So I love metal art. So I love creating knickknacks and adding to the jewelry, making it completely different than standard. So for me, I consider it as an art and not just poking random holes across. So even when I speak to people and they would like to curate their ears, we create a plan for 1 to 2 years that these are the piercings that you will get over the next 2 years, and then this is what your ear would eventually look like. And I think that is extremely satisfying for me to be able to create art with metal. And I just love it.
So that's why you could not say this one is the most fashionable piercing right now in India, because you do it for one particular customer and discuss it with the customer.
Yes.
That's also a nice topic to talk about, probably, because I've never heard of anybody planning piercings for over a year or so. That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. Apart from that, anything that people should know if they visit your shop, traveling to India, most people think that the food is very spicy, that there are cows on the street, which is true sometimes. Anything else that you think that a European who has never been to India should know about?
To be honest, I mean, for whatever you hear about India, you will not experience India till the time you come and visit us. And it's definitely once in a lifetime visit that you've got to do. We are a beautiful country. We are. I can say that we are lovely people as well. And I can tell you that will be an experience for you to remember for a lifetime, just visiting India. You visited India as well, and you've loved your experience in India.
It's really so culturally different, and also not meeting any like expectation in the bad sense of the meaning that you have. Like the whole day is going to be magic, and your whole journey is going to be magic. And again, it's a huge country. Europeans tend to forget that. It's like a continent actually. Final thing, do you have any particular food that you can recommend?
To be honest, I mean, because of the size of the country, our cuisines are so different and vast throughout. No matter where you are, you should try the local cuisine there, and you will love it, because the food is freshly cooked, freshly made, and you know, it's also for vegans. I mean, for Indians, the vegetarian food is vegan. 95% of our vegetarian food is vegan. So, you know, there's nothing specifically that you need to have to order and stuff like that. So from a food perspective, I'm sure you'll love it. Yes, some of our dishes are a little more spicy or are a little more hot. All of our dishes have spices in it, but may not necessarily be hot.
But what is your personal favorite? Like when you go to somebody, you know, like your parents or grandparents, what would be your wish for
So I come from a fisherman family, and for me, seafood is something that I love a lot. Whether it is in fried form or whether it is in gravy, curry form, and that's something that I completely love. So you will get a lot of curry options with seafood, also with meats.
That's true. Can people contact you over your website or anything?
Yes. So on Instagram, I'm called Mr. Piercer, MrPiercer, very simple, and I'm in Mumbai. Feel free to connect with me, and for people back home, I'd like to say that we are probably the only studio in the country that house high quality jewelry, titanium and above, and gold, and some of the best supplies, some of the best hygiene and safety practices that we have at the studio.
So we say bye-bye in English, and in German is auf Wiedersehen, schönen Tag noch, and also in Indian language.
Namaste, Alvida.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.